Hello, 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 beautiful people. Today's message is going to be pretty much about trying to get people to understand that, yes, I know a lot of people out there, they want to know what kind of star seeds they are and what they are and where they came from. But in the understanding that it's not about who you are, but the journey that you're on and the path that we're trying to take and the learning that we're trying to figure out in the understanding of this new universe that we're learning about and our roles in it. The understanding that the journey is the most important part in anything because learning and knowledge is the most important thing in the entire universe. Because, yes, there are some of us that when we come into the light of understanding who we are, we immediately think we know who we are, but the reality is we've been so many beings in so many different places that you can't really hold into one thing that you believe that you truly are because the reality is we're all one in all reality in different ways. We're all trying to learn about each other in different ways and understanding of how we can play our role in the universe. Because the most important thing when I first started learning, I immediately believed that I was just a Palladian and that's all that I was. But understanding that now I've learned that I definitely have a Turian energy too. So there must be different other beings that I must have been that I don't fully understand yet because I haven't totally learned about everything that I am and what I know that I am yet. The reality is you must start learning before you can figure out who you are sometimes. You aren't immediately going to know everything about yourself right away. Learning is the most important thing, knowing is the most important thing. For me, my biggest tools have been books, uh, Gaia TV. I also follow a lot of YouTube channels. One of the ones that I like the most is The Truth Can Change Your Life. Um, Alchemy has also been a enormous tool for me in learning and understanding the universe. I believe it's one of the most important things because it's truly the oldest knowledge in the universe, or at least on this planet. Alchemy is the fundamental foundation of knowledge because truly we believe, or what most people would normally believe about alchemy is the knowing of turning one element into gold. But that's not what alchemy truly is. Alchemy is the studying of the mind and studying knowledge and wisdom. That's truly what alchemy is. Understanding your purpose and your role in the universe. Because for me, I make my videos to help others because I truly believe it is my truest purpose. It is when I can truly shine and truly be myself. Because so many places in the world you can't truly be yourself. But that's why you have to do things differently than what you know. You have to live your life differently than the way you used to. You have to change now instead of later. Because now is the only moment that matters. Because now is the only moment you can change. I make my videos to help people. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I make my videos, yes, to help people because I truly believe that my purpose is teaching what I know to help bring my light into the world, to help teach others to bring their lights into the world. But it also helps me because I don't only make my videos for others, but for me, when I'm speaking, I truly believe it's when, especially when I'm making my videos, it's when I believe I'm channeling to a certain extent all the knowledge that I believe that I'm speaking of during my videos, I believe is coming from my higher self, telling me exactly what to say. Because a lot of times when I first start my videos, I don't ever know exactly what I'm going to say. It's not, I did used to do scribing in the beginning, but now I believe it's much easier for me to just kind of go with the flow and like what information is going to come in while I'm speaking. And for many people, it's like that with whatever they find is their truest self, whatever they find is their true gift. For me, it's my voice and my speaking, but for others, it's going to be many other things. But you have to learn about what your true gift is. But the understanding is, I believe most of us, we've always understood what our truest gifts are too. But we feared being our true, genuine self for a very long time. I've always wanted to be more of a speaker and a teacher, but I've always feared what other people would think about me if I really said what I believed. But now I no longer fear what others believe about me because all I care about is living in my truest purpose to teach others to live in their truest purposes. And that's one of the other things that I think I should just kind of bring up here in my videos too, because you see so many people on these sites or in these groups, and there'll be posts, and it just turns into arguments and fighting each other. That's not what this community is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about accepting people's differences and learning from them, understanding them in the way that suits you and from the knowledge that you've learned, and teaching people about what you know that is different from what other people know. Everyone's going to see and know things in a different way. So stop judging others. It's the most important thing we can do. Like I've tried to get other people, and the most important thing I've done is try to love everyone the same way that I love myself. It's the most important thing we can do because we are all one. We are all one that want to be loved. We are all truly trying to learn, but there's so many that are still stuck in the reality of the third dimension that they don't want to change. They kind of want to just live in what they know. That's also a thing too. There's true spirituality, and then there's people who just kind of think that I'm not totally sure why some people come into spirituality. You can definitely tell there's people who really want to learn, and then there's people who come in for other purposes. But no matter what someone's purpose is here, if you truly are living in your genuine self, you'll stop judging. You'll learn from what people say and what other people think, and maybe understand something differently. But that's pretty much what I'm trying to say here, is try to not fight each other. Try to learn from one another. Try to love one another better. Try to see things differently. Because when you love one another more, you love yourself more. Because that's so many people, I think, believe that true abundance is money or wealth or things. I used to believe that myself. I used to love and think that having things was what truly made me happy. But that's not what makes you happy. Abundance is being yourself. Abundance is being happy in every aspect of your life. Truly, abundance is a community that loves one another. But we've fallen so far away from that, dividing one another, living the way that we live today. But we can start changing if we want to change. We truly can. We are all love. We are all energy. We are all vibration. We are all eternal. We are all knowledge. Because truly, what is the void but knowledge? Just as if we think of, now I'm going to ask this question first. I'm going to give people a couple seconds here to think of what they truly believe this is. But what do you truly believe time is? When you really think of time, what is time? The true time is truly movement. When you really think about what time truly is movement. Moving to another space, another moment that we exist in. For time is only measured the way that we measure it here on this planet. And other three-dimensional planets maybe probably use the same way of using time. But in other dimensions and higher ways, that is not how time is used. That is not how movement is used or thought of. Movement is seen as the most important element in the universe, for movement moves you farther in knowing the universe. That's what I love, is when I'll listen to my best messages that I made a while back, and then I'll see something on a show and I'll be like, wow, I already pretty much said that. Because for me, a lot of the things, when I'm learning things, it's as if I already knew it to a certain extent, but I'm relearning knowledge that I had already known. And so, yay. Hi. Because when we're learning about ourselves, we're focusing on bringing our vibrations higher. It is the most important thing we can do, is focusing on keeping our vibrations high. You know, the most important thing, and some of the hardest things that we have to do in our life sometimes, is letting go of anything that makes us have lower vibrations, anything that brings our vibrations to a low state, to a negative place of being. For bad things, they do happen, but it is how we use our energy and how we focus our energy in these moments that truly show who we are in our energy and in our vibrations. And so I will end my video there today, and love and light be with all of you in your days. And hey, 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 na, na, ya, na. Hey, 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 na, ya, ho, ho, na. For music, positive music holds one of the most beautiful vibrations. And so does sunlight. The rays of the sun are energy in themselves. And love and light to you all.